Hello there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your September 2025 reading. My name is NiJiLL, and you have found ÄLKØMԻ. Okay. All right. So these cards here were pulled from your fall 2025 reading. As promised, I re-pulled them and we built a reading around it for September. We pulled 3 months worth of cards. We touched upon that energy. The reading is fairly short for what it is. I think you should, if you haven't listened to it, especially for here for September, I invite you to do it because I go into a lot more details. I will summarize this so this way you're not lost. Or if you did listen to it and you just don't remember, right? So this is a card called Time, and it's a very fascinating card. It's taken from a painting. It's a long story. I don't want to get, it's very long-winded, but it is called Time. And this is an alternative card for the Hermit, which is the card of Virgo. And if you see it, that is somebody eating their children, basically. And it could be a parental thing. It could be, okay? As we talked about in your fall reading, this could have something to do with a parent. This could have tentacles back into your past. As you can see, this is a very different card. Usually the Hermit is this very benevolent person with a lantern, and they're slowly making their way, and they have all this really beautiful energy, and this is quite different, right? So yes, I invite you to listen to that reading. And if you look up, just to give you a little bit of a hint, if you don't want to go back, just look up Saturn devouring his children. Is taken from a painting, right? So yeah, it is the card of Virgo. Okay, let's leave it there. Now, first card up here is the Nine of Pentacles, and as we talked about in your fall reading, this is a really good card. Now, this isn't a strange card. This is called time, okay? So time may be of the essence. It may be time for something. This may have tentacles back into your childhood. I'm going to just throw that out there. There may be something time sensitive, but you have the Nine of Pentacles, and that's really good energy. That's being blessed with money, an independent type money situation, right? You may be blessed at work. You may be very appreciated at work in the month of September. You may be in line for some sort of promotion. You may be in line for some sort of payout. There may be some sort of money being gifted to you here. You also have the Three of Wands here, Sun in Aries, and this means a lot of different things like we talked about in your reading, but to put it simply, it is the card of manifestation. So Sun in Aries, manifestation card stemming from this very independent sort of blessing, to do with money. You do have the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles is coming in reverse, and this is Mercury and Taurus energy. Now, you know, this could be a distraction. This could be somebody in your life that may be distracting you from your work. This could be an offer, right? Because it is a page, right? You know, the person whose energy is carrying this is used to bigger things, better things, maybe was expecting bigger and better things. But there is an offer here on the table that doesn't really, it's not something that it could be a rejection, just something that's just not enough, period, end of story, right? But you know, what I like here is that you end up here with the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is perfect Mars and Leo energy. Um, and you know, the Knight of Wands is on a mission. He's excited. He's excited about something. I really think this has something to do with work. I think this might have something to do with your personal life as well. But there is something here on the table. There is an offer of sorts, and it looks like there may be two offers. There may be something that's distracting you or trying to distract you. But you do have here the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is very exciting energy, moving forward with something. It is a step. It is not exactly a king, but it is a step above a freaking page, and it has that fire energy that you are so. And here it is, the offer, Venus, right? Could you be getting two different offers simultaneously? Could this be something to do with your love life and something to do with your work? Could be. But we know, or most of us know, that Venus, while it does have a lot to do with love, it also has to do with money. So this could really be money based, right? You could be receiving something very positive at work. There could be something that you're rejecting in lieu of something else that sounds more exciting to you. Could be, but I have to tell you, this is very positive energy. There is something here about a parent that the spirit is trying to bring to your attention. It's Saturn-based energy here. So this is sort of background. There's good things going on. When we add all this up and we break it down, um, we get excuse me, I'm sorry, we get Jupiter, and that is your power planet. That is your ruling planet. So it is like a power month for you for sure, right? And I'm pretty sure we pulled that as in your fall reading. We pulled the 1 month that was the most provocative, that was the most beneficial to you in some way, and this is it here. So this is going to be a foundational month for you somehow here, Sagittarius. And don't forget, we also have two number threes, which is growth, collaboration with other people. And we also have two number nines, which is you're very close to leveling up. So keep that in mind as we go through this reading. Let's look at your overview. Saturn devouring his children. You also have Uranus here. So you have the planet Uranus, which is the ruling planet of Aquarius. You could have Aquarius highly aspected in your chart somehow. And if that's true, that's, you know, sort of makes sense, right? Because Pluto is in Aquarius, and if you don't know, if you have Aquarius highly aspected in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Stellium, okay, and you are unaware of the impact of Pluto in Aquarius and how long this transit is going to last, I would invite you to Google it. I am assuming that if that is true for you, you already know. Okay, but here you have some Aquarian energy here on the table. On September 5th, we have the Uranus retrograde in Gemini. And around that time here, Sagittarius, you may question ideas that have been conventional for you. Things that you've always held true. The way you've done things, and you have always done things. You might start questioning. You might start to dismantle old beliefs in lieu of something new. So keep that in mind here. You pulled quite a few of these cards, and I did decide to keep them. You have Diamond, and it says you will be giving or receiving a precious gift. Diamonds are traditionally a romantic gift, but as we saw here, it does not necessarily have to be that. There is some sort of gift here on the table for you. The diamond is closely connected with the sign of Aries. You also have the sun, happiness and well-being. And we know that the sun is closely related to Leo. So there's some kind of happiness here on the table, period, end of story. You're going to be gifted with something. The sun is going to shine on you. But as we know, a month is a long time. A lot of things can happen in a month, right? We have ups, we have downs. And here you have frying pan, right? And it says trouble and accusations. You may be accused of something. There may be some trouble brewing, but I have to tell you the good outweighs the bad because you have diamond, you have sun, and you have needle and thread. And it says a sincere wish will be granted. So you may have, maybe it's some jealousy. It could be some jealousy. It looks like you're having some really good things happening for you. And there may be a little bit of jealousy involved here. Could be, could be. But see, when you look past this, you look at this, it says frigid realm, icy wilderness, right? Polar extremes. So you see here, you see the heat and the cold. There may be someone around you that is sort of reacting in extremes. You could be having a person around you who is icy cold one minute and piping angry the next. Somebody who may be emotionally unbalanced. This could be a temporary situation. This could just be a human being who's annoying anyway in general. But there could be someone around you like that, because I see extremes over here, but there's a lot of good happening for you. I mean, even in these cards, right? And these cards are notoriously mixed. Like, there's a lot of negative and positive cards, and I really believe in presenting both when they come out. But these are all good cards for you. You have the key, right? And the key card is, obviously, it could be knowledge, but a key opening a door for you. There is a door opening here. And you also have the pregnancy, the fertile card, male or female. You are pregnant with possibility. You may be carrying around an idea that you are going to somehow give birth to, and it could be a brand new life. Okay. And that it could be very, hey, quiet guys. This could be very symbolic, or it could be that you're actually pregnant. But I have to tell you, for most of us, this will be very symbolic. And the symbolism here is that you're carrying within you a new life. A door is going to open. And here, the unicorn, right? And we have the unicorn is the belief that you may have in miracles, or that you should have in miracles, because there is a belief system being tested. And I do think that there's something magical happening for you. I'm going to stand by that. There's too many cards pointing in that direction. Something magical is afoot here. Something really good, Sagittarius. Here on this side, I'm going to pick these cards up together, right? Because you have hawk and you have feather, and I do think these are related, right? So with this feather card, it says messages, and this is number 7 in this deck. And with the hawk, it does say fly above. Well, you know what? This is a bird's eye view. I am not feeling that this message is meant for you. I'm thinking about the hawk. It's spirituality for sure. When we see feathers and we see birds, we see messages from beyond, messages from our dearly departed, messages from the angels, whatever it is you'd like to call it. You're going to be, this spirit doubling down in 2 decks, you're going to be receiving messages through your dreams, through your nudges, spiritual nudges. You pay attention. The veil is starting to thin in September, right? But the truth is, you are primed for some sort of message that is really important this month. You have the number 9, and that is that's more Aries energy, right? Number 9 is Mars energy, and it says, it's your compassion that makes you shine. You are devoted to helping the greater good and have a strong talent for speaking up for others. Your soul is most satisfied when you are being of service. I am compassionate. And what do we say about the number 9 over here? You are nearing the end of something. You're about to start leveling. You're about to level up. Okay, you're nearing an end. Man, these are really good cards. There may be someone who's fluctuating around you. For one reason or another here, but go slow, right? There is slow here. It says making slow progress, but you're getting there. All right, this may have been a very long journey for you to get to where you're at, or what you're approaching, but whatever it is, you are absolutely headed in the right direction, slow or fast. You do have the Pilgrim here, and this did come in reverse, and this is number 20 in this deck. Now, when we look at the Pilgrim could be anything, right? You may be dealing with someone who is flaky, someone who is up and down, someone who is not reliable. Maybe they're not reliable right now. It doesn't mean that they've always been that way. And for some of you, it could be that way, right? You could be dealing with someone who is just not, good for your energy. But very well could be someone who's going through a tough time and is impacting you. Okay. You may be dealing with a person like that, someone who gets on your nerves this month. If you're planning travel, you could experience delays. That could be too, right? That is an indication. You have the moon ruin here, and this moon ruin is Cancer. It's a rune of Cancer, and these are witches' runes, by the way. And it is a no. So there is some sort of no on the table, and like with this Page of Pentacles in reverse, I do think you're going to be telling someone no. There's a lot of yeses here, but I do think that there's a no going on here on the table. You have J, X, W, S, and Y. These could be, like I always tell you, someone's initials. It could be an airport. It could be a street name. It could be a restaurant. Keep them close to you. They're going to mean something to you by the end of the month, either one of them or all of them. Down here, you have your 3 legs, as I like to call them. And your legs can come in order like they do many times, and sometimes they can come out of order. We know this is not a science, right? So it's sort of situational. And so let's go to your first leg here. Your first leg is, let me see, never enough room, no matter how big I make this, right? You do have here the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is Mercury in Virgo energy, working really hard at something, putting in a lot of time. This could be you at work. This could be you at a relationship. This could be this situation, that goal-oriented energy, but it's not, it doesn't look like it goes unnoticed, if that makes sense to you. Here, let me see. I'm just going to put that like that for a minute. You do have, yeah, they have the Page of Cups. Interesting. You have the Page of Cups here coming in sideways. Mercury in Cancer energy. Your emotions may fluctuate, or this could be an offer that you have to decide upon. This could be an offer to do with your love life. It could very well be. This could be an offer that you thought you would want, that you thought you would love, that you may have changed your mind about for practical reasons. I don't know. Let's see. You have the 10. Yeah, see, you have the 10 of Pentacles coming in reverse, and this is more Mercury in Virgo energy. But I have to tell you, for this to come in reverse, it seems as though you feel that this offer is not good for you long term. There is something about an offer on the table that you're like, the more I think about it, the more I think long term, this might not be a good fit for me. So you might be rethinking that here. You do have the Devil here. Wow. All right. So you have the Devil coming in sideways here. Pretty sure that was sideways, right? Let me just check. I just want to make sure. I just wanted to make sure, and it is inside because it does matter. It matters a lot, especially in my readings. So you have the Devil, and this is Capricorn energy, right? And it's a choice. The Devil gets a bad rap. Sometimes it is a very toxic situation. Sometimes if you have Capricorn highly aspected in your chart, it's not. It has something to do with material gain, the earthly, practical things, riches, money, ambition. Right? It could be it could be lust. There's nothing wrong with a little lust, right? As long as it's not a drug type thing, right? But you have here the Devil, Capricorn energy coming in sideways. There is a decision that you're going to have to make about something like material choices. And that sort of goes with this 8 of Pentacles card, right? Material choices. Is it going to have long-term benefits for me? Is it long-term going to pay off? Am I going to get what I put into this? Because it's an investment of your time, of your energy. You do now, these cards at the bottom are undertones. The undertone for this leg is here it is. Pay attention to signs. And there you got that 10, which is that Pluto energy that we talked about. But more than that, it's pay attention to signs. If you at any time during this month get confused and you don't know what to do, ask your spirit guides to give you an answer while you sleep. Before you go to sleep, say, Spirit, give me an answer in my dreams. Your dreams can be very prolific for you. Pay attention to signs around you. It's really important. You see that owl? And also, look, I mean, this is very, very hermit-like. Do you see how she's walking with that lantern, looking, searching for truth? Yeah, there is something here. Definitely. When we add this up and we break it down, it's really no surprise at all that we get Neptune, the planet of confusion, right? Uh, Definitely Piscean energy, confusion, illusion, walking with that, yeah, for sure, right? But you also have two number 10s here, endings and beginnings, right? So the choices you make, these sideways cards, are going to be very instrumental in what happens next, Sagittarius. Now, let's see. There's just like nowhere to move anything anymore. Okay, let me see if I could do this. You do have the Knight of Pentacles. So you have the Knight of Pentacles coming in next. And the Knight of Pentacles is Mercury and Taurus energy. Very slow. He's the slowest moving knight in the deck. But when he gets somewhere, it's solid. He's trustworthy. It takes him longer, but he does what he needs to do. This could represent the young man in your energy, right? Somebody who's not the quickest, not the sharpest, but steady, definitely reliable. Could be. It just could be an energy that's moving towards you, something very reliable, something that's good for your future, dependable energy. You have the Hanged Woman. And as we know, it's usually the Hanged Man. I really enjoy this deck, though. So you have the Hanged Woman, right? And the Hanged Woman's coming in sideways. And, you know, it is Piscean energy, no matter how you look at it. And it's deciding. That's a decision. Sideways cards, my readings, decisions. Deciding whether to look at something differently or not. Do I look at this differently from how I looked at it in the past? Can I look at it differently? Can I look at it from a different vantage point? Or this could represent a sacrifice. I am being asked to make a sacrifice. Is this sacrifice worth it? It seems like you're going to have a decision to make here for sure, because that is on the table. You do have the Four of Pentacles coming up next, and this is Mercury in Capricorn energy, holding on to something. Holding on to something. You want to hold on to something. It has something to do with your security, right? Holding on to it could be money, it could be savings, it could be resources, it could be anything that provides stability for you. Okay? You do have here the Five of Swords coming in reverse, which is a nice card to have in reverse. Okay? Venus and Aquarius energy, the end of conflict. Could be a reconciliation between you and something else, you and someone else, you and a position, you and a job. Could be a work thing. It could be it could have been a lot of conflict that sort of just resolved itself, right? You do have here the undertones of this month. Yeah, pulled two cards for that. You have family and tribe and victim consciousness. So there may be something over here. I'm going to start with this card. There may be something here, Sagittarius, and this card does break down to Jupiter. This is your power planet. Victim consciousness. There may be something going on here where you're being asked to perhaps make a sacrifice, or perhaps look at something in a different way, and you're looking at it like, is this good for me? Is something, am I going to end up losing something as a result of taking this opportunity? There's a decision that needs to be made, and you do have family and tribe here as an undertone as well. And so there could be stuff going on with your family, could be stuff going on with your whoever your tribe, whoever you consider your tribe, for sure. Undertones. There are undertones here for sure. Don't let anyone victimize you. And victimization comes in all forms, Sagittarius. All forms. Doesn't have to be you getting physically hurt. Doesn't have to be someone being a narcissist and awful and abusive with their mouth. It could just be someone asking you to make a decision that goes against something that's good for you. And I'm not saying don't ever make a sacrifice for another human being, but weigh it. You have to weigh it. You know, what are you getting out of this? What have you gotten out of this? So just really consider this before you make a decision. And you clearly have decisions to make. When we add this up and we break it down, we get Saturn energy, which is Capricorn, Aquarius energy. That back to that Saturn energy we had at the beginning, right? Saturn is the great karma. It's the Lord of karma. It's lessons learned. It's you're being presented with something. What choices are you going to make here, Sagittarius? What choices are you going to make? If you hear dogs whining in the background, one of them is having a nightmare and the other one misses their mama. So I'm dog sitting. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so lastly, here on your third leg, let's see, you have Temperance. And this, as you probably know, is your card. This is the card of Sagittarius. It is the card of the alchemist, but this originally came in reverse. We take these in the upright, but we take note of them when they come in reverse. So you may start this leg feeling not yourself. There may be something going on where you don't feel like you, right? Because this is your card. This is your power card. This is where you're feeling at your best, right? You may not at first, but I have to tell you, you do straighten out pretty quickly, whatever the heck this is. Let's see. You do have all upright cards here. You have the Creatrix. And the Creatrix in this deck is sort of, it's the Magician. But we see that it's a female creatrix. She creates things. This is the manifester of this particular deck, Gemini, Aquarius energy. So you are manifesting something because you have the angel of Sagittarius here, alchemizing something. You have the creatrix manifesting something. And you have the Two of Swords, moon in Libra. Difficult choice, but there is something, you don't want to hear it. You have the swords crossed in front of you. You have your blindfold on. You're like, nope, I don't hear you. I don't see you. I have made my choice here. I've made my decision. You do have the Queen of Pentacles, and that sort of makes sense. Wow, this is really good. That's actually a really good spread. You have the Queen of Pentacles in the upright, Saturn and Capricorn energy, the watery side of Earth, sort of the Empress light, right? The Empress is that pregnancy, giving birth to something, caring, being the nurturer. However, she does care about her future. She cares about her money. She cares about her stability. So that is you stepping into that role. Now, interestingly enough, is the undertone of this leg is what? What does that say? It says dreams. And what is that? Number 3. Number 3 is your power number here, Sagittarius, because that represents Jupiter. So yes, Spirit, over and over again, pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams are going to mean something to you in the month of September. When we add this up and we break it down, we get more moon energy, right? Cancer energy, your intuition, seriously important. Be very mindful of signs. For sure, you have 2 number 2s, which indicate partnerships and choices and all that stuff. Now we look at our challenges for the month. You have the Page of Pentacles going right back to the beginning, and this is in reverse in this deck anyway. Do you see there's a difference? So you have the Page of Pentacles here in reverse, back to the beginning of the reading as a challenge. There is something that's going on. You could be overwhelmed by work, for sure. Yes. There could be a lack of focus, but there also could be an offer here on the table that's just not worth your time, along with something that is worth your time. So kind of choose wisely. You do have, here's the one that is worth your time. You're going to have a choice to make here, for sure, because you have something that you're really going to love, and then you have something that sounds good, but I don't know. And then here you have the Page of Cups. I mean, you have 2 pages, right? You have the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Mercury and Cancer energy. This offer. You have 2 offers here that you're going to have to choose from. Now, this could be both in the same realm, or it could be one's love and one is something to do with work. It could be you have to decide between stability and practicality and something that somebody wants you to reconsider. There is something going on, for sure. When we add this up and we break it down, we get the number 1, believe it or not. And that doesn't happen very often. And that is pure sun energy. That is your core identity. It is fire, just like its leadership qualities. For sure. Love that. And you also have 2 number 1s. I mean, if that doesn't tell you that September is an important month, it is. Here you have in your opportunities column, you have the 7 of Swords, but you have the 7 of Swords on this side, and this is strategy. So as an opportunity, you're going to have the opportunity to be extremely strategic in what you do next, okay? Uranus and Aquarius energy. You have the 4, I mean, you have the look at this, you have the Devil again. The Devil again, coming in the upright. So you have the devil as an opportunity. What did I say? Sometimes that card gets a bad rap. This is material success. It is material success. You also have the Four of Swords coming in on this side, the card of exhaustion. You may be extremely tired in the month of September, but I have to tell you, it's an opportunity to pull back and really consider what you're doing next. September is a groundbreaking month for you, Sagittarius, for all the reasons we talked about in this reading. Really take heed, okay? Because when we add that up and we break it down, guess what we get? We get Saturn energy again. We're right back at the beginning of the reading. That Aquarius Capricorn energy, lessons, prioritizing what needs to be protected and what needs to be released, making the proper choices. Perfect energy, perfect. Now, we add all the numbers up in this reading and we break them down. We get, drum roll please, Uranus. Back to the start of the reading again. We get Uranus Aquarius energy. You could have Aquarius highly aspected in your chart. You could have an Aquarius in your life that's very important, or you could just be directed by that Aquarius energy that is being pulled by Pluto. Whatever it is, you have Uranus. Uranus is unexpected change. And this could be change that you think about, that other people look at you and say, wow, I didn't expect it to do or say that. Could be that kind of unexpected change. Could be, okay? The numbers that came out the most in this reading were 3 and 2. And 3 is your power number. It's Jupiter. It's Sagittarius. 2, neck and neck, was the moon, right? Your intuition. What's going on underneath everything? Those messages that you receive are going to be seriously important. The planet that came out the most, believe it or not, Mercury. What you communicate, what you receive as communication. Gemini, Virgo energy, very important. Okay, so be careful of how you word things. Be careful of what you decide, of what you communicate to other people. It's going to be important. The sign that came out the most here was Aquarius. Back to Saturn, Uranus, energy. I mean, my God, right? Now, the signs that came out were Sagittarius, Aries, Scorpio, Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Leo, Cancer, and Taurus. Definitely Saturn and Uranus energy all over this reading, and that breaks down to Aquarius, plain and simple. Moon energy all over this reading. Your intuition, the messages you receive. And Mercury, the messages you receive, the messages you send. And of course, we have Jupiter. Look for September to be an amazing month. I'm not going to say it's going to be stress-free, but look at this good energy. Look at this. Choose wisely here, my friend. Namaste.